Okay, hello guys. Today we are talking about the second lesson of probability and statistics. Okay, so let's move to the first part about the combined event and sample spaces. Okay, so first of all, let's understanding what is about the combined event. Okay, so here I give you some example like here, rolling a dice and flipping a coin. Right. The second example is drawing two cards from the deck. Okay. Third problem is like the weather on Saturday and the weather on Sunday. You find here that there's a very different event, right? Okay. So here we have the two names of the event. Okay, we can say this. First is called independent, and then we can say dependent. Okay. So independent means that the two events that there is no relationship with each other. Okay. So here you can find rolling a die and flipping a coin. They're just very different from each other, right? Okay. So we can say that they're independent event. Or here I also give example like rolling two dice together. Okay. So here is also an independent event because when you are rolling a dice, the number on it is quite different, or there's no relationship with another dice reading, right? Okay. That's an independent event. And what is dependent event? Okay, so here our understanding about dependent event is that they have an effect or they have an influence with each other. Okay, so you like eating candy from a bag and then picking another, right? So after eating the candy, there's less candy in the bag. So the probability will be influenced by first or the candy we choose first time in the bag. Okay, that is it. And here we have the possibility spaces, okay? So here I help you to draw the graph. And the example is rolling two fair six dice and recording the pairs, okay? So here you can just first trying to draw a 6 times 6 grid, like the spaces here, okay? So you can say, maybe if you're rolling 1, 1, the total sum here is for 1 plus 1 equals to 2, right? Okay? So we can say 1, 1 can represent it for just this one grid, okay? So we're rolling for 4, 5. That means the die 1, you rolls to 5, and the die 2, you rolls to 4, okay? So we can say there are total 36 grids in the space. So we can also say that there are 36 possibility or possible events in the space, okay? So your person asking you, what is the probability for us to throw a 4, 5 pair of dice, okay? So you can say here is 4, 5, and also you can roll in for 5, 4, okay? So you can set the occupied for two space. So you can using 2 over 36 to find the exact possibility right here, okay? So it's 2 over 36 is 1 over 18. That is a probability in the spaces, okay? And for example, like here, if you want to calculate for the possibility that the two number sum equals to 8, so we can just try to draw like 6, 2, 5, 3, 4, 4, 3, 5, and 2, 6, right? Okay, so there are 5 pairs of the numbers in here. So we can say the probability that sum equals to 8 equals to 5 over 36, okay? Only 5 situations that over total situations is 36, okay? So we have the possibility sum equals to 8 is 5 over 36, okay? And also we have the multiplication rule. So if the two events A and B are independent events, we can set the probability P, A happens and B happens equals to PA times PB, okay? So here is an example. Like when you flip a coin and the die is rolled, and for the probability getting the head is a 5, we can set here, probability is for head is 1/2, right? And for rolling a 5 is 1/6, okay? So the possibility here, you can use the formula like PA and B because A and B, they have no influence with each other, okay? So we can say PA times PB, that here is for a half times 1/6 equals to 1 over 12, okay? That is the exact possibility in this graph, okay? And also to remember that here we have to combine and or rules, okay? So here we can say when you multiply the probability together, that means like A and B, okay? But you're adding the probability that is A or B, okay? So for example, like here, flipping two coins, what is the probability of getting exactly one head and one tail, okay? So you can say maybe we have different paths, like first pass is head first and then tail, okay? So first, the head first, the probability here is for a half, right? And then tail, the probability here is for a half. So a half times a half equals to 1/4, right? And the second pass is the tail first and then head on the side, right? So here we can say also for a half times a half, the possibility here is for 1/4. So we can calculate the total probability here that is for 1 over 4 plus 1 over 4 equals to 1 over 2. That is the probability here, okay? So here is also for the practice for you. If you have the answers, you can just try to solve them and you can just pause the video. But if you want to follow me, you can keep on going, okay? So let's move to the first question here. Two fair four-side spinors are spun and their scores are multiplied together, okay? And the problem here is for draw a possibility space grid to show all 16 outcomes, okay? So you can just try to draw the graph like here, right? Okay, this is a graph. So here is for 1, 2, 3, 4, and here's for also for 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So the second problem is find the probability that the product is an odd number, right? So odd number must using two odd number to make a product. Okay. So here you can say so 1, 1 is a kind of situations, right? And 3, 3 is a kind of situation. And also for 1, 3, 3, 1. Okay. So here we have four situations. But here there are total 16 grids in the graph. So we can say here the probability is using for the number of event in condition over total number of events. So that is for 4 over 16 equals to 1 over 4. So here probability equals to 1 over 4, okay? That is for first problem. And for second problem you can find here is that probability that Alice passes math is 0.8 and the probability that she passes science is 0.7. And assuming these are independent events, find the probability that she passes both subjects, okay? So we have said that using the rules, PAB happens at the same time equals to PA times PB, right? So PA means the possibility for A to happen, right? So that the probability here is for 0.8. And PB here equals to 0.7. So you can time them together, that is 0.56, okay? And for last problem here, using the data from question 2, find the probability that Alice passes math but fails in the science, right? So here, the probability for he to fails in the science is 1 minus 0.7, right? Using the total number of the possibility to minus the possibility will happen. That means not or fails in the science, right? So here's for 0.3, okay? So again, you can using the rules PAB equals to PA times PB. So that the Alice passes the math exam as for 0.8 and she fails in the science exam as for 0.3, okay? So when you product them together, that is for 0.24, okay? That is a final probability in here, okay? So that is a deliberate practice for you. I hope you can just understanding what is it and how to calculate the total answers right here. They're very important for you, okay? So that's for today's our lesson. Hope you can try to understanding for how to calculate the combined probability here. Okay. So see you next time. Bye.